that I'm finished with duck hunting, it's time for me to ride my dirt bike in the Excitebike, boy! Whoa, okay, let's not do that again, cause I was feeling the sudden urge to be racist. Anyway, this is the first racing game we're gonna cover. Once you choose from either Selection A or Selection B, you then get to choose to race on one of... Wait, only 5 tracks? Good dog, we're spoiled nowadays. And this isn't like some racing games you might think of, it's actually a side-scrolling racer. The racers occupy one of 4 lanes on the track, and you have to make sure that if you're in the same lane as someone else that you're not running into them from behind, because otherwise you'll eat dirt. But it is pretty funny when you do it to other racers. In order to spice up the races, there's a whole lot of hills and ramps, and you have to make sure you're properly angled when you ride off them, and especially when you land. Your angle when you jump off a ramp or a hill determines how high and how far you'll go, and your angle when you land determines whether or not you'll eat dirt. There's also a turbo button which will allow you to go zooming down the track, but if you do this for too long, your engine will yell at you that it's time to stop! And if you ignore its pleas for mercy, it'll overheat and break down.
I say right foot.
Okay, now that we understand the controls, it's time to race. Wait, where's everyone else? Why am I the only one racing here? Well, apparently Selection A is considered the solo run game. If you want to race against other racers, you'll need to select Selection B. But that doesn't really matter anyway, and let me explain why. All you're supposed to do in every race is get 3rd place or better. That's enough to let you move on to the next track. If you place 4th or worse, it's game over and you boot back to the title screen. But here's the kicker. Where you place isn't dependent on the other racers at all, just on your time. The game only tells you the time you have to beat to get 3rd place at least. And if you go over it, you might as well restart the console. And the time to beat gets tighter and tighter with each track in order up until the 5th one, and they get more complicated too. Oh yeah, there's only 5 tracks. What happens when you beat the final one, I wonder? Well, it makes you race on that same track again. And once you beat it again, it makes you do it again. Over and over until you either give up or game over. Well, I'm doing the former. Now, let's see what's up with this design option on the menu. Oh, it's a track editor. Neato. I mean, it is kind of limited. You're not going to make any masterpieces with this. But hey, the option is still nice, and I'm still going to make something stupid out of it. Behold, my custom track. I call it Hilly McHill Hills. And oh man, the other racers don't stand a chance on this. Doesn't mean I can either. Do one though. Oh, and look, you can save your track as well. Ain't that nice? I think I'll do that and play on another time.
The next day.
Man, I really feel like playing on Hilly McHill Hills today. Let's do it. Wait, where's Hilly McHill Hills? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I see. I think I have to load it. Okay, here we go.
1 hour later.
Any minute now.
2 hours later.
I'm really hoping it's just taking a long time.
3 hours later.
So it turns out that the game didn't, in fact, save my track. See, in order for cartridge-based games to be able to save in the first place, it needs a battery. Excitebike doesn't have one. And you know what else this game doesn't have? Multiplayer! In a racing game! Wait, actually there is multiplayer for Excitebike. In arcades. Okay, so while this game does have a good foundation that can be built upon, it also only has 5 tracks to race on, a track creator where you can't save your creations, and no multiplayer! So it's going right to the bottom of C rank.